We are back. 2022 NXL World Cup, the Champions Cup going down here on center court. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Rich Telford. We're here in Kissimmee, Florida, and it's we got two sets in the books right now as Thunder undefeated in the prelims, and they just took down Infamous, who couldn't win a game out here in the prelims. So Infamous will be going home. Crazy turn of events, though, as DMG puts a win up, and they won 2 overall. So DMG is going to be on to Sunday. And the Latin Saints just beat Level. Level also hasn't found a way to put any wins on the board. They have one more against the ML Kings.
Looking out, man.
But this is kind of making it all really interesting here in the Pro Division, because it puts, unfortunately, New York Extreme, sorry, Bud, in a tough spot here, because they're right in front of coming into this one, or behind the Saints. So that's kind of the situation, is that depending on how this all shakes out between DMG, the Saints, and New York Extreme, we don't really know who's going to be a pro team in 2023. So it's, getting crazy out here, as that's just how competitive things are. Now, Legion did drop a game yesterday to the Lucky 15s, who went 1-1. So Legion, they need a win right now, and they're playing Revo, and Revo is undefeated. So
Revo drops one on the break, Matty.
Which is the one? Looks like it's going to be from
maybe Omar.
From that D side.
Yeah, I think he went to that little lay down baby. Red Legion drops their first player. Attacker on the drill side as well, Matty. So 4-on-4 here.
Yeah, it was Omar. So Omar, Karslev taking the walk here through the attack.
Oh, Sergey getting caught in the tower, Matty.
Yeah, it's a huge kill for Revo, and Revo's going to go right to that 50.
So 3-on-4 advantage here for Revo. Manny Carroll playing the juice box over here for Revo, one of the guys playing it the best that we've seen so far. Revo now attacking, releasing from the Drito corner. Drito 1. Again, these first points on these fields are so crucial, as another Red Legion player looks like, I believe, Kirill taking the walk from the tower on the Dree side. So now just a 2-on-4, huge advantage here for Revo. Matt, if they can win this first point, play another strong point or two, get a 2 or 3 point lead against Red Legion, and force Red Legion to really kind of have to press the gas and start attacking and making mistakes, taking bigger risks, man, it's going to give Revo a good chance to go forward here.
Yeah, Revo very crisp and sharp with their game plans and executing nicely. So they look dialed, trying to finish this one off here against Legion, who's just going to let this one play out. See Revo, really good spot, 50-yard line.
How is it having? How is it having Oliver up here?
Oh, it's great, man. I love Oliver.
He's so fun.
We all love. Well, you and I, we've known him since he was a teenager, and we've had many stories with him on our team, against him, and life stuff. So yeah, it's just a pleasure to see him back, because he was into the wins for over a half-decade. So it's absolutely awesome for the sport. It's good as his friend to see him back, and he played pretty well yesterday. I think he might be getting a little bit more playing time today, but he was up here talking about how hard it is for him to try to get playing time on Dynasty, because
there's a lot of really good players.
But it was interesting for him as like a life challenge to try to, because Oliver's never in his entire career had to try to get playing time. He's been a starter since he was 16 years old. Right now, Revo's just trying to find a way to pinch out these last couple bodies here for Legion.
I think they're just really being cautious about it, because this first point is so important. Here comes the release. Smushov gets caught over the top. Looks like he trades. Red Legion could seize the point with just Malloy left alone in the juice box in a 4-on-1.
Well, that was ideal for Revo, because not only did they win the point, but they were able to burn a little bit of that clock off as well, too. So now we're going to see the Lucky 15s, man.
Oh, good.
This entire World Cup, and one of my favorite emerging stories in professional paintball, just worldwide, is this team that's taking the field right now, Lucky 15s. Again, the cocky swagger that these young kids have is both very, very impressive and also kind of annoying as one of the older guys. And it's just, they're just like we were when we came up. They're just like the X Factor kids and the Dynasty guys. So it's just kind of fun to see it. And the question is how far can they go with this group right here? Can they keep these guys together? Will the team get picked apart if they get better? And if they win this game and move on to Sunday, how deep can they go at World Cup? Man, you could beat Legion, you could beat anybody, but they got to get to NRG Elite. And NRG Elite has improved this year, and NRG Elite really wants to win a game out here right now, because they struggled yesterday.
Sure did. 4-on-4 here, Matty. Both teams losing an attacker. Oh, Lucky 15 loses another attacker. 3-on-4 advantage for NRG. NRG's got 3 in the back, 1 in the Dorito. Back center, Austin releases to the laydown brick. Looks like Caleb Abel's going to try to shoot himself from that juice box back into the corner. We've seen a lot of players use that juice box. They kind of back up as they shoot the wing, put the wing in, and then dip into the corner. The wing doesn't see it until the last second when he dips in. Lucky 15 filling Dorito corner.
Yeah, Clint Moore, the veteran on the squad here, controlling these kids. They're not really kids, they're in their 20s, but you know, he's the vet out here, and he had some good points for him yesterday. Mason's up the center and in a good spot. And he's going to cut to the other side and protect himself. He's got Nick Ripple right beside him as well, too, who's guesting on the team. Here comes the move as Bowen's going to come through and trade out. Nick Ripple's going to try to get out wide off of that chaos, and it looks like he makes it clean. And another body coming off for NRG Elite as well, too. But here comes Buffton and Caleb Abel as Caleb comes through, and it's getting crazy out here.
One-on-one.
One-on-one with Buffton and Ripple. Buffton tries to get out, dives into that back corner bunker. Nick might just hit the afterburners and run in and try to hit the buzzer. He's going to fully commit. Buffton also tries to do the same, but Ripple's going to beat him there. What a great job by Nick Ripple. I think he got there a few steps
for sure
before Buffton was able to do it. Let's see. So the
Great
thumbs up.
React there from both guys. Really, Austin was just a couple steps behind.
Definitely one of the most interesting points we've seen out here. Great job.
A lot of chaos there.
Yeah, what a great read there from Nick Ripple as coming over from Breakout Spa. And he's one of the best players in Europe, man. He's really good. So that was just a no-brainer here for the Lucky 15s. We're in the pits right now. All these dudes rocking their mustaches. So let's get a look here at the photo finish. As Buffton was off to the races, you can see there at the top of your screen, but Nick Ripple beats him there by about a step and a half. Yeah, so he's already hit the buzzer, and Buffton had, maybe 2 steps still to go. So just quicker on that with that burst speed and the read here for Nick Ripple to put the first point on the board for the Lucky 15s.
Really like the way the Red Legion player, Britnikoff, is playing that juice box for the Snake. He's almost always their last player alive. Super consistent over there. They just need to get more production on the center and the Dorito side of the field. Sergey is the center can, standing up, almost shooting over the top of the can, Matt. It's like 5-on-5 here for both teams. I don't see anybody walking out. Revo secondary from back center to the tower on the Dorito side. So it's Dorito corner, Dorito tower, lay down, brick, juice box, and I'm assuming back center, but I cannot. Oh no, Dorito 2. Red Legion's back center, Dorito tower, lay down brick, center can. Malloy's also in the juice box low, 5-on-5, as Sergey switches from the center can to the wing, picking up the snake gap. Like the way he plays that, very proactive. Goes out to the edge, goes inside, goes over the top, shoots the gap, comes back, shoots the gap again. Engaging 2 or 3 players there. Revo player taking a walk from that middle brick. I believe it's Omar walking out early again. That's 2 points in a row. He's been the first eliminated.
It is
At the same time, though,
Karslev again.
Karslev taking a walk from D side. 4-on-4 here. Phil to the Snake from Smochoff. Great timing. Oh, at the same time, though, Revo attacks on the other 50. Sergey's got to be careful. He's going to get shot from across the field.
That's our all-star Chris Shear, who's at that 50, and he's going to wrap around and start feasting a bit here. His body coming off from the center with Sergey. But look at this, though. Smochoff, he gets into the 50, but then he gets clipped.
Yeah, Smochoff. Oh, Revo taking a penalty over there. That's a bad penalty.
That's a tough one, man, because it was looking really good for Revo for a second and rips his pack off, and here comes Burtnikoff.
2-on-1.
Sees that they got a gift.
1-on-1.
He just. Oh, so was Shear alive over there that whole time?
Yeah.
Oh man, so Burtnikoff beats. So Shear was so focused in on what was in front of him here.
And he shot the guy in front of him.
Yeah, and
but after doing that, he didn't get the look behind.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got this
thumbs up
from Carl. Bottle drainer, H2K. He just tossed it up to me. It's to drain your tank, you know, when you're traveling. It's H2K gear. Get one from Carl Markowski. They're amazing.
Yeah, so that's going to be a frustrating one for Revo.
Yeah,
they're going to want that one back.
For sure.
In the pits right now with Legion.
Let's see if Lucky can create chaos again. NRG's kind of a control team. You know, they worked really well together. Teamwork, good control. Lucky 15's kind of a chaos team. We'll see if the chaos can survive and win that next point. Because it looked like NRG was going to win that first point. But then Lucky 15 started making moves down the field and turned that point around.
Yeah, Lucky 15's and Nick Ripple saving it here. Now they're switching sides. It's going to be NRG Elite from the blue side, and Lucky 15's on the red side.
NRG losing one on the break, Matty. Maybe
Lucky 15 is going to be losing one on the break as well, too.
Lucky 15 in the snake. NRG in the snake as well. Both teams in the snake early. Both teams with 4 players alive. Both teams 2 players on the drill side. 1 player in the snake. 1 player in the center. Very similar positions. Only a 1-point advantage here for Lucky 15. They certainly can't sit back on this 1-point advantage.
Bowen in the snake, and I think Nick Ripple in the snake here.
Yeah, Ripple's really not gotten any heat since he's gotten there. I'd like to see him go down and at least go forward and put a little bit of pressure down the tape and also a little bit of pressure inside. If no one's shooting at you and you're not really shooting at anybody, you're not doing much.
Tilbury's inside D1. Little tactical retreat from Mason.
Oh, Mason went to that can. Luckily, he got out of there. Wing now with Mason looking snake side. He's playing defensive on the snake cut. Tying up again. Another NRG player taking a walk from the center brick, Matty. NRG players from the middle of the field have been getting dinked out. The tape players are playing real well, but consistently the middle players are getting dinked out. Caleb Abel now jumping out into Dorito 1 over there. At least I believe it's Caleb Abel. It looks like him.
Yeah, Tilbury gets out to D3. Mason Hines is at the wedge here for the Lucky 15s, and I do believe this is Nick Ripple here in the snake for Lucky 15s. And Bowen, a little tactical retreat for him. He goes back to snake 1. He's got a body at the, oh, Nick Ripple getting shot out of that snake 1 spot. Can't even see who really got that kill. Bowen's gonna pop the top now for NRG Elite and try to make the most of this. He could hit the deck and crawl all the way down. He has to be very careful though, because Mason Hines is just pumping paint. Mason has no idea where he is.
Yeah, he's just probing, right? Shooting, hoping somebody shoots back so he knows where he's at. Yeah, Bowen wants to go forward, wants to be aggressive here, but also understand that he's on an island, and if he dies over here, NRG's probably going to lose this point, so he's got to really balance his offense with some good decision-making. I think his natural initiative is to be aggressive, but he's just got to be smart aggressive here, you know?
Oh, and Mason gets caught by Bowen
there.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough one. He wanted to go up to that 50. It's a bigger bunker, but you're going to expose yourself a little bit more. You can't really hide from the snake in there. I mean, it's better almost to stay at the wedge and maybe even get back. And then Tilbury's going to get shot cross field.
Bowen finishing up strong through the snake side, Matty. Lucky 15 strong in the big game.
Yeah, they kind of
just didn't play any offense.
Yeah, and that offense is their stock and trade, but
well, that's what I've heard.
They lost,
that's what I've heard, but I haven't seen that.
They lost Ripple, and then I mean they just got outplayed in that one. And even though NRG Elite lost body too, but just a little bit better from NRG Elite, a little bit tighter.
NRG Elite
a bit more intelligent,
kept the pressure going where Lucky 15 kind of got off the gas a little bit.
Both these points have been pretty close though. It's Coach McGowan, leader of the ship over there for the Lucky 15s.
We've got to get a translator for their pit. If nothing else, just for the humor of it, just, you know, subtitles. Guys, we're speaking English. No, not really. Not American English. Red Legion on the blue side, Revo on the red. Very closely contested match here, 1-1. Plenty of time left. 9:45. Revo releasing up the center. Red Legion losing their first attacker on the Dorito side. Karslev. Oh, now Sergey taking the walk as well. So 2 Red Legion players taking the walk. 5-on-3 advantage here for Revo.
Yeah, Rich, notice how Legion is having a hard time keeping bodies alive on the break here.
I sure do.
Which normally, when they're playing well, you can say it's any good paintball team, but they're the ones that shoot bodies on the break, 100%. And they can keep their bodies alive.
Yeah, or at least even,
go 4-4.
Even, right?
Yeah,
like if they shoot a guy, they lose a guy, but they don't usually lose 2 guys that don't shoot anybody for multiple points. And it's the same side of the field, so maybe there's a misread. You know, they think there's a bunker that's safe that's really not. Omar now pressing up the center again now. Malloy coming off the juice box into the wing. I think Malloy sensing guys got to switch and start playing a little bit more offensively. Malloy's trying to let Benny Carroll get outside, but Benny's so athletic, he's got to be careful with that.
Oh, here comes the push up in the center. Look at the little double dose. It's a 2-pack right now for Omara. Nice job by Omar to get up there and cause
got too clean
damage. And then here comes Chris Shear, just so smooth with the run. And I always love Chris Shear's style. Real fluid over there.
Yeah, like a ballerina. You know, but more masculine, like a masculine, like a super
There are
butch.
male ballerinas.
Super
yeah.
That's cute. Like a super butch ballerina. Like that's Chris Shear. Like, you know, I mean that as a compliment. I don't know if that's the way it sounds, but I mean it as a compliment for sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I know more about ballet than you do because my mom taught ballet.
I'm pretty sure you know more about a lot of that kind of stuff than I do.
Oh, you're just all
for
puffed
sure.
up now, like, I can't know anything about ballet.
I did have two daughters that went to dance.
Oh, that's true. Okay, all right, touche.
Touchette.
Yeah, but Chris Shear, so fluid on the style is my point.
Just so athletic,
You
just
were the
floating.
one that brought up the ballet reference.
Well, I mean, because it's a compliment. They move
float,
amazingly well.
He floats over there a little bit.
Just smooth.
Maybe he did take ballet. I don't know. Got the
You're
moves
the
from
one that's
somewhere.
making it weird, bro.
No, you made it weird.
I mean,
it's only 9 a.m. and you are already making it weird.
I'm gonna go for the lunch run now. I'll see it too.
Can somebody save me, please? Somebody.
For God's sakes.
Anybody.
Throw me a rope. Get Oliver back up here. NRG. Lucky 15. Let's go.
Both these points have been very close. It's been an
we
entertaining
haven't had
morning.
any blowouts at all, right? Except for yesterday, there was like 1 or 2.
It's been a very entertaining morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple blowouts yesterday.
NRG with the standard breakout, going to the can, releasing from the can to the wing, filling the box. Getting 1 elimination on the break, so again, NRG starting off 1 body up here.
Man, Mason Hines has been so good at constantly getting to that 50. He's always there. And he's real tall, so he can play it really well.
Yeah, and if the player for NRG is not careful and he backs too far up off that wing, he can kind of catch him from the back shot too.
This one is a funny field layout because if you're over 6 foot tall, like well over 6 foot tall, you almost have to play the wall.
Yeah,
on this
it's just
layout.
such an advantage.
Well, here's the battle going down right now in the center of the field. There's NRG Elite creeping. Is that Abel? Creeping and gonna get absolutely blasted. He had no idea that Mason was there. And then Mason's going to come through looking for bodies. He's got one of them. Dennis is right in front of him. I don't think he knows that Dennis is there. And he's not touching that bunker. Oh, he's going to get a free kill. Dennis got to be careful not to get a penalty, though.
15 just gets a penalty, Matt.
Yeah, penalty getting assessed there on the backfield. No penalty on that call on the inside.
I believe it's a 3-on-1.
We just saw on the camera.
3-on-1 or 3-on-2 NRG advantage. NRG crawls down the snake with Bowen again.
Yeah, but Lucky 15s are pushing down that D side. This has been a crazy game here. But I think that it's Clint Moore, and he does get clipped out. So Bowen able to get here into the snake for NRG Elite when the dust settled in the scramble, and that's going to be enough. They had another body over there as well, too. So, yeah, all these points have been real close. They're going right at each other, but NRG Elite slightly better. That's why I got a 1-point lead right now.
It is entertaining watching Lucky play paintball, though.
Yeah, as kids, love going for it, man. It was really fun to watch them play in England, and I've been hearing about the Lucky 15s for the past couple years as they work their way up the ranks.
Like on the streets?
Yeah, on the streets.
Gotcha.
I spent a lot of time on the streets, you know. And it's a cool story of how they're called the Lucky 15s because, and this is Ainsley's story, and I can't remember the whole details of the bet, but him and his buddy were at a racetrack, and they had a substantial payout because they had, I think it was like a pick 3, you have to pick 3 horses in a row. Can't remember which bet it was, but they're like, if we win this bet, we're starting a paintball team.
I like it.
And we're going to call it the Lucky 15s.
For tax purposes, they didn't win. Just a heads up. Red Legion, 5 alive, it looks like. Krill going through the center field from the can to the wall. Revo kind of in the back line. Omar gets caught over the top. Yeah. Omar, that's 3rd point. He's been shot the first and eliminated early. Had 1 good point going through the middle, but 3 other points he's played, he's been shot out early and not really contributed much.
Henry's going to get back in there. Into the spot that Omar was at. Look towards that D side.
Yeah, very, very close game here. Lots of time left. Only 1 point, but it's really slowed down. Though whoever wins this next point or next 2 points, depending on who wins the point, is probably going to decide the match. And based on how slow this is kind of starting to get, Maddie, with having 5-on-5 breakouts, nobody kind of going outside, we might end up having a kind of a longer, slower Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, it's always going to slow down on Sunday, but as these teams start to dial this field in, I don't know, because it really depends on who's going to be playing who. Styles make fights, right? So yes, the general trend will be towards it slowing down, and maybe more so than normal, but it depends on the matchup. And looks like Henry getting pinched out of there.
5-on-3 advantage for the Red Legion as 2 players advance to the 50-yard line for the Red Legion. Revo is one of those teams that's comfortable on their back foot when they're playing 3-on-5. Oh, they lose another 2-on-5 now. Yeah, looks like Red Legion's going to pretty easily win this point with 4 or 5 bodies alive. We're going to tie it up. Going to be about 7 minutes left, and we're going to have a great match. So
Nothing.
Off.
We've got nothing but great matches so far this morning, as the infamous Thunder Ironman DMG set was wild, and then the Saints beat Level to give them their second loss.
Again, thank you guys.
And then the ML Kings Uprising game was had some close points out there too. That one came down to the wire, and now this one's all locked up. And they're just gonna burn some clock off, huh? Burn a little clock off, get down to 6:40.
Little pocky burn.
So let's check in with the third member of our broadcast team, Lauren Kelly.
Thanks, Maddie. Aside from Mason Hines, who's coming off the field a little bit frustrated, the Lucky 15s are pretty cool, calm, and collected in the pits. For many of them, they've said it was a dream to come here, step on the pro field in America, but they said they don't feel that much pressure. They know nobody is expecting anything from them. However, they're hoping to come out here and surprise a lot of folks, so we'll see if they can do that.
I'm expecting a lot of them.
Obviously.
I saw the talent out there. I saw the fire.
No, your standards are very, very high.
I was staying at the same hotel
as your friend. I'm telling you, your standards are very high.
That's because you constantly disappoint me. But other than that, no, I stayed at the same hotel with these guys, so I got to watch them play all weekend. Rode to the field with them a couple times and hang out with their coach and the players. They're very talented. They're very hungry. They're driven. And they got the cocky swagger you need to be elite. So, yeah, I expect a lot of them.
5 alive and Lucky 15s gets to the snake corner, Matt, but they lose their first attacker on the wall. Oh, they lose the whole Dorito side. 2-on-4 advantage here for NRG.
A great point for NRG Elite right now to try to extend this lead. There is a lot of time left, so NRG Elite needs to pump the brakes a little bit, force the Lucky 15s to either concede it or just whittle this time down.
Lucky should concede it right here.
Yeah, NRG Elite fired up right now.
Yeah, they're playing really well.
Just a terrible break for the Lucky 15s. They lost essentially 3 within. There's some smiles from NRG Elite. Got a 2-point lead now, but a bunch of time, Rich. So this game could potentially not be over, as we've seen year after year after year, all these crazy comebacks, and this one's not even that far out of the realm here. It's just down by 2. But NRG Elite they look pretty good.
Yep.
Shoot 3 bodies on the break. Let's listen in real quick.
John, good shit, guys. Hey, keep that paint rolling. Beautiful.
Great shot of Revo's breakout there, losing their first attacker. Trying to go to the wing. 4-on-5 advantage. Oh, Red Legion loses Sergat to the back center, so 4-on-4. Benny Carroll gets out to the snake insert. That's a big move for him. Oh, and gets from the snake's insert right into the snake. No one's shooting that cut for Red Legion. That's very unusual for them not to have somebody on that zone. A little bit of a miscommunication or misplay there, but somebody dropped the job for sure.
Yeah, Benny Carroll is outstanding here on the snake side. Day 1 for Revo. He's in snake 2.
Yeah, he's gunfighting with Malloy down the line, though, and that's just not a good idea. You should give yourself 1 or 2 snaps with Malloy, and if you don't get him those first 2 snaps, you hide and start screaming for your friends to help you.
Retreat from Krill Pridney. Barely made it back to the into that can, but he made it clean. Looks like Karslev just walked right into one, though. And Karslev really needs to tighten it up over there. Karslev,
he's struggling.
A few years ago, was just obliterating people, and during the last run for Legion, and he's just kind of having a rough day over there on that D side.
Yeah, there's a lot of time left, but if this clock goes, oh, Benny Carroll taking the walk. I was just gonna say, Red Legion should look at conceding this. Oh, no. That's it. Red Legion definitely concede it now.
Yeah, Smotrov getting taken out. It's just a sea of white and red jerseys walking off right now. And they're not going to concede it. They're just going to allow the clock to burn a little bit. Now they concede, but no, it's not too much time squandered. But Revo, yeah, so let's check in before we start this next point here. Lucky 15s versus NRG Lucky 15s with some work to do. We got Mason Hines mic'd up.
3, 2, 1. No wire, Diesel! Nick, you need to control the wire! Yeah, Clint, look this way! Watch for the middle guy! No way! No way! No way! There was paint there.
Yeah, Mason Hines and playing up the center and playing really well for the Lucky 15s. Clint Moore on your screen, captain of the squad. Still got it after all these years, Clint, so I tip my hat in respect to you, bud. But they got some work to do here, Rich. What do you think, if you were coaching Lucky 15s right now, what would you be saying to them in the pits?
Let's survive the first 30 seconds. Let's play 5-on-5 paintball. Let's attack through the center of the field, or at least own that area. When the guns go to the inside, then we move to the outside and move down the tape.
Yeah, I mean, they have the wheels. They have the personnel. It's gotta live through this break. NRG Elite throwing some lasers out there. And then they've been good in the scramble, but they also lost points there, too.
The problem is even as good as they are on the scramble, they're scrambling 3-on-5, 4-on-3, down on numbers. So even though they do pretty well in the scramble, they still end up a body or two short because they're losing, the bodies in the breakout or very quickly thereafter.
Here we go. Still a lot of time left, man. These guys are just going right at each other. Caleb Abel and Buffton on the break here shooting. And then they get Caleb up on the delay out to D1.
NRG got 2 taking the walk, Matty. 3-on-5 advantage for the Lucky 15.
Lucky 15 shooting a couple of bodies here on the break now, giving NRG Elite taste their own medicine.
This is what I would tell them to do, Matt, if I was coaching. This is exactly.
All right, guys, simple plan. Go out. You need to kill 2 bodies on the break, all right? Oh, they're going to lose.
But don't die.
Coffee.
Coffee out of the corner there.
Yeah, that's a tough death there.
Yeah, he was overplaying that position, Matty. He was gunfighting, rapping. He was just wiling out when what he really needed to do is just stay alive and kind of hide there.
High body situation. Can't have deaths like that when they're down 2.
Still 4-on-3 advantage for Lucky 15, but they do let Caleb Abel get out to the Dorito side. That's not going to help him. Lucky 15 gets back out to the snake corner again, Matty. So they feel that they really like that position. They filled it twice now. And she has Dorito 1, juice box, and snake corner.
2 bodies. Tilbury and Moore making moves into D3, D2, and then Nick Ripple here for Lucky 15s. So they're putting themselves in decent position, but NRG Elite just trying to hold on right now. Still have 3 bodies alive, so after they lost those 2, no one else has died. And, oh that was a really nice...
Caught Bowen.
Yeah, caught Bowen, so...
Bowen made a great move in there. He just made a great shot from that wing, stood up nice and tall, shot down into the snake, caught him right in the head. So 4-on-2 advantage here for Lucky 15. They're going to win this point and probably have more, 6.5, 7 minutes left to try to get back in this match. Lucky 15 now releasing from the snake corner into the snake. Austin's caught him. Austin, juice box fills out to the snake insert. They have no containment. He shoots a player as he goes out there. Great move by Austin.
And then they lose a body up the center, though, with Ripple here for Lucky 15. So that's a couple deaths that can't happen if they want to be beating teams out here on a regular basis. And World Cup's at stake here. Lucky 15's with the win. NRG Elite also trying to advance here. They desperately need this win as well, too.
Austin's stuck a little bit here in the snake insert. Not sure exactly what he should do, if he should attack or play defensively. Lucky 15 again with the 1-body advantage here. Austin again making a move from the juice box into the snake insert, and now into the snake.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, he just can't die there. Oh, he gets caught rapping.
Great shot. Who was that? Levi or Levy again?
Yeah.
Levy went off yesterday. Might have just really helped the squad right here, and it was, man. Number 16, Levy playing real solid here for the Lucky 15. So they're getting contributions from different players. They still have some work to do, though. NRG Elite, that was pretty decent for NRG Elite when they lost 2 bodies on the break.
It was really great for them,
5.
but I think that was more Lucky kind of slowing it down and not over-attacking. Because, I mean, no one was really shooting at him. He made 3 moves over there and finally got dinked out. And then there was like, oh, it's a 3-on-1?
But yeah, I'm just saying that in the beginning and how that all shook out when it was 5-on-3 in the beginning.
Yeah, they dug out.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Because I was all the way on the edge.
Red Legion. So there's Pavel Karslev, Sergey Solnaiskov, Kirill Pridny, Leo Smotrov. I mean, and Malloy. I mean, that's their star lineup right
The
there.
people, yeah. They've been running that line.
No excuse, man. They got their guys.
Sergey gets one on the break. Catches him from over the top. Looks like Greg taking the walk there. Sergey gets one. Sergey gets the second one. They shoot Sergey. Great move there from Sergey. Anytime you can leave the field with 2 people, that's a big advantage, leaving your team in a 4-on-3 situation. Malloy shoots himself out into the corner. Red Legion has a body advantage here and also field position as Carroll also walks off.
Malloy looking like he wants to get into the snake.
Yeah, it looks like Red Legion's going to be tying this point up, Matty.
Yeah,
We got a game here, Matt.
they do have a game. 4:19 on the clock. Real Pridny's on Revo's side. Gonna dot Chris Shear's eye, and then just a body left in that back center as Malloy does get into the snake. Gonna crawl all the way down here, and that'll do it. 3-3 will be the score. Yeah, it's just been nothing but close games today.
Yeah, yeah. Not super high scoring, you know, kind of lower scoring, but back and forth kind of matches.
Yep.
Battle of attrition. Getting the trenches out there, fixing the bayonets, going to work. World Cup, baby.
Yeah, kind of tough to even tell with Revo and Legion, who, I mean, obviously it's tied, but do you see one team looking a little bit better than the other?
I don't, but I see a couple of I see a couple guys on both squads struggling that usually don't struggle, and maybe whichever one of those guys can kind of step up and play closer where he normally plays will be the winner of the match.
I mean, Revo, I just think overall look a little bit better here this weekend, but
Yeah.
yesterday is a different day. So, you know, Legion at 1-1 and losing to the Lucky 15s. They come back, they beat NRG Elite by a decent amount. That was a 4-point spread. But they've done enough to stay in there. It's just too many early deaths right now for Legion, just overall.
For sure.
They haven't, it's been having a really, really hard time playing with 5 bodies.
It's like 5 life for both teams. Another very highly contested match. NRG with a 1-point advantage. A little over 5 minutes left in this match. Weber moved from that center can to that wing. He's been playing really well for NRG. One of the stronger 2s. Looks inside, pumps some paint snake way. Then switches, looks inside the Dorito, pumps the lane that way. I like the guys who get up there and play that spot like 2 or 3 different ways, you know.
Talk about Jason Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis, sorry, yeah.
For NRG Elite, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Jason Dennis.
Oh, but he misses his shot going in because he's switching back and forth.
Yeah, he allows Levy to
Yeah,
get
not
into
quite
the
enough
snake
discipline
again.
there. You can be proactive there, but you got to do the job, right? You're literally there to keep anybody from diving in the snake.
Absolutely. But see, Levy didn't know he was there. Oh, but Dennis missed his shot.
Better be lucky than good.
Yeah, so now Dennis is probably going to, he's thinking maybe he's going to go run him, but
Go
he's got to
to
be
the wall.
really careful because Ripple's looking that way.
But if he goes to the wall, I think he can just back shoot him.
If Dennis goes to the wall?
Yeah, goes inside to the wall and then just back shoots into his
He
hopper.
definitely can, but he has to make sure that he gets that first shot because he's not going to be able to hide at that point.
Nothing to hide behind except your gun. Ooh, I love this going forward. Sneaky, sneaky.
Don't hit the bunker. Dennis still thinks he's at D or at Snake 1. He might get the drop. He's got to be careful. Oh, and they trade out. Good reaction from Dennis.
Yeah.
Because that was a legit trade.
We've seen the guy trade a couple times now. I think you have to go past that guy, that spot.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of that's kind of where he's expecting you to pop up if you pop up.
And he's keeping his eyes that way.
And he's there,
Yeah.
but it's just that.
When you're in that spot, yeah, 100%. When you're in that spot like Dennis was, your gun may be on the position you just saw, but your eyes are darting back and forth, just in case.
Another move on the D side from NRG. I like the adjustments that NRG made to the game plan from yesterday. I didn't feel like they were playing the field correctly today. I feel like they're playing the field much, much better. So good on the coaching staff.
Well, and they have a 1-point lead to protect, so it will be up to the Lucky 15s to push forward. Oh, and they lose Clint. Uh-oh, little yard sale for Nick Ripple. Drops his gun, and loader comes off and kind of stumbles a bit. I think he also might be close to being run out of paint, too.
That was all bad.
I don't think Nick has any bullets left on his back. Tilbury's still alive, though, at D2 outside, or the bags, as they call them.
The bags. Sun's just about to start poking through here. I'm gonna have to go grab the shades.
Good communication here for both squads.
Yeah, you can hear communication going back and forth. Again, determining where the bodies are looking. If you can line up all those little laser beams, you can try to cartwheel your way through to the safe. Oh, big elimination across the field in the bags, Matt.
Wow. That was a huge kill here for the Lucky 15.
And great communication. The guy who shot it, saw it, called it.
That's a really tough death.
But now they need to switch to offense, right, Matt? Because they're still down by a point.
Yeah, they have 220 to work with, so it's not run into guns time quite yet. Oh, and they get another kill on Buffton. They're just winning gunfights right now.
Austin's usually pretty solid there. He was in a tough spot in that brick, though. Probably should have been in that stand-up.
And I was looking at this for a second. I'm thinking, man, it's going to be a little tough for Lucky 15s to push into these guns, but then they start getting some kills. Oh, looks like, yeah.
2-on-1, I think.
Tilbury coming off. Do not go one at a time. You have 2 minutes to work with.
Oh, NRG losing another player. I think it's just
back,
2-on-1 back left.
Back corner bunker on the D side.
Lucky 15 has enough time, but they need to win this point and either try to leave themselves enough time to win the next point or not enough time for NRG to make score a fast point on them, if that makes sense. Good communication, talk across the field.
Yeah, I think this is Nick Ripple here, who has been playing over towards the snake side, but had to go over there and do damage control with death of
1:15 left, Matty.
Death of Spencer.
I think they know it's a 2-on-1 now. I think they know they're calling the 400, which I'm assuming is the judo corner.
Coffee moving up into the center. Coffee's got a really big voice, man. He's a very distinctive voice. Good communicator. Down to a minute here. Got to close this 2-on-1. Oh, is he going to catch him sleeping?
Wow.
Oh, and he did. And
wow.
He's alive, though. Did he get the shot in on him? And he did, and he pulls it off. He wins the 1-on-2.
What a move.
Who was that? Was that Weaver?
I think that was Weaver.
Yeah, man. I think that was Elliot Weaver.
Nice move, man.
Oh, man. The Lucky 15s, that's one that they're going to want back. That might have put the coffin nail here in their World Cup performance. Definitely a point that they should have won. They had a high body situation, but Weaver just caught him sleeping, man. You got to keep your head on a swivel. You have to expect at this. See, this is just the type of stuff that if the Lucky 15s want to contend at this level, it's a good learning experience. You have to expect in this pro division that when you're on a high body situation, that the guys that are on the low body situation are probably going to attack. They're going to attack you because that's the best way to win low body situations is to cap your opponent sleeping because you think you have this advantage. You do have the advantage, but only if you actually utilize that advantage. So that was just a hell of a move. Can't wait to see that replay. Hopefully we got it.
Joe. Red Legion loses 1-2 on the break, Matt.
That's just the problem for Legion, right? They cannot keep bodies alive. They've had so many points. They keep starting down 1 and sometimes 2.
Yeah,
like we're seeing right now.
Dropping another. They should concede this point now. 5-on-2 situation. Yeah, good concession. Good concession.
Nice job. Yeah, concede that point. Just throws Baltimore Revo the 4th point, but you still 337.
Yeah,
could see 3 more points in that amount of time. All right, let's get a look here at this replay. I believe Weaver. But this is one of the best moves that we've seen out here all week long. So they're just, I mean, how did Coffee
not see it?
Not see him, maybe not tall enough, but yeah, he gets the shot on Ripple. Ripple almost pulled his gun there, and then just catches Coffee sleeping. Elliot Weaver is a hell of a move, brother. That was really, really elite level paintball. You know, 1-on-2, and that is a giant ball drop right there for the Lucky 15s.
Those guys are gonna watch that, get a little sick feeling in their stomach.
Down by 2 with not a lot of time left here.
10 seconds.
And Lucky 15s, they can't pull this one out. They're going to go 1 and 2. NRG Elite, they put them at 1 and 2 as well.
Oh,
Ooh,
false
a little
start
bit of a
from
bad
NRG.
start.
Looks like he tagged back up, and he's okay, Matty.
Only 46 seconds left, and we're under a minute, so look for those red flags. Body coming off right now, and here comes the aggressive push up the center from everybody. Both teams sending it. Here comes Levy. Levy's untouched. He gets 1, he gets 2. Got to be careful not to get a penalty.
Nice job. Levy got 2. That guy that lay down
not
hit,
pulling the other one
he's
out.
not leaving.
Here
there
comes
he goes.
Ripple. Ripple's going to come through and blow up 1. He's going to maybe trade out. I think the Ripple's the last body left alive. Got to be careful not to get a penalty here. It's going to be a red flag, swing point. That's going to put a little bit more time on the clock here. So it's going to be a little bit more than 15, and it's going to be, it's an immediate swing point. But was it
That was a
on,
bad penalty.
Hold on, but was it on NRG or was it on?
NRG for sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right?
He got chicken wing to turn around and shot the guy.
I just want to make sure we all saw the same thing.
I don't know that that's it. That's just what I saw. You know, I'm just giving you my opinion.
Yeah. You never know. We're not
I'm
the
pretending
refs.
like it means something when I say it, but it doesn't really mean anything when I say it. I'm sorry, guys.
So we'll see. Wait for the. Yeah, so they're kind of yelling at each other, and yeah, I mean it should be 4-3 for Lucky 15s. Get that point with probably what 20.
Now they're really going to hate
left.
those points they gave away.
It's way
now when
better.
you're lecturing them, you can say, "Hey guys, let's watch this video together, shall we?"
Yeah, 100%. It's way better to take a whooping when you go home because there's so many things went wrong that you're just not isolating one specific instance. But it's very difficult when one thing you can literally point to the moment and be like, "Hey, you know where we threw World Cup away?
Right
we threw
here.
World Cup away right here."
What's amazing with our new camera shots from the dead zones is I was able to do the meeting last night with New York Extreme and stop the 5 spots from the overhead shot and just go for it. Like the coaches can now use it to like, no. We said we were going to do this. We're going to do this. You could have some guy that can be like, oh, we got to get the snake. And like, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys looking at the snake. That's not what we should be doing. And you can just actually look at it. So that shot is amazing. Thank you, Darren.
Let's listen in real quick here in the pits. Lucky 15s.
Spend, roundhouse the 5, copy the 10.
Hey, there's Amesley.
Ethan.
Cleaning some balls. Little ball cleaner there. Shot of Revo. Up by 1.
More time left in this one. Still Legion with 3.5 minutes to work with.
Yeah, needs to survive the breakout. Sergey takes I think he took a bounce off his hopper.
Benny Carroll able to make it out wide, so Revo not having a hard time surviving the break against Legion.
Well, and Benny getting to that corner is bad for Legion because Benny's, if he can just sit there, play smart paintball and shoot his gun, he can shoot the whole middle and the Dorito side of the field.
And Karslev taking the early walk again. So 4 on 5 here in favor of Revo.
Oh, Malloy. Yeah, I mean, you can't, like I said, can't really fault him, but he was getting jiggy there and got caught out of the juice box. So 5 on 3 advantage here for Revo.
And here comes a move up the center with Kirill, I believe. Let's see if he can.
Yeah, he needs to go one
make
more so he can
something
get a
happen
mark.
here.
But I think they're going to cancel him
Yeah,
out.
Henry Sense needs to just drop the hammer on Kirill, and that's what's going to go down. So nice move by Henry. Kirill had to die in that situation.
2 on 4 advantage here for Revo.
And now Revo just needs to pump the brake gas, just slow it down, force the concession. So another point on the board here for Revo, extending the lead a little bit, but Legion notorious in these comebacks over the years, so this one's not over yet. So I'm wondering how much time is going to be on this clock here for. And if I'm NRG Elite, so it looks like 18 seconds. That's enough time, but that is there. It's full. Has to be full send, and they got to be begging for another major.
I was going to say, and you have to hope the other team makes a mistake.
Yeah, for sure. Let's check in with Lauren.
Thanks. Jason Trozen is in the mobile mini right now, replaying that, making sure that that penalty call is sound. The last thing that the NRG Elite coach said was no penalties before that point started. So he's standing over here waiting for that call as well. But if they do get that point and they have 18 seconds here, that's a huge momentum shift for Lucky 15s.
Yeah, it's on the way it is right now, it's 3-4 and maybe 18 seconds left. I was interested to see if they were going to put maybe a little bit more time on the clock based on when that penalty was actually assessed before the clock was actually able to be stopped, because every second is so precious to the Lucky 15s. And I don't know if I'm NRG Elite, I'm hoping that there's as little time on the clock. But right now, NRG Elite still, I mean, most likely going to win this one, because all they need to do is just get out there, don't get any majors.
Yeah.
But the one thing is probably send a body running up towards that center, which is a little bit of a risk with the major. But if you can just send one person, so the Lucky 15s, they're going to be flying up the field. They have to worry about somebody. So if they just have one person that's running at them, they have to deal with that person before they continue to go on. So might be the move for NRG Elite. And yeah, Lucky 15s, like no one's gonna, you just don't stop moving, man. You can send the guys up the center to draw the guns, bodies out wide, and hope that things go your way. So this clock is still stopped at 31 seconds as our commissioner is discussing things. Trying to, and watching stuff to try to figure this out if it's actually the real call.
The real.
And big shout out to all of our sponsors here. Planet Eclipse is going to be bringing us the Skycam. Coming out with new markers this year. You can pre-order them now, so check with their local Eclipse dealer. Jason's still analyzing that last one, which means that maybe it's not as obvious as we thought.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on at the same time.
There was definitely a lot going on. I mean, maybe we can get another look at the replay too, see what he's looking at potentially, as it is definitely starting to become a glorious day.
Another glorious day in a chain of many glorious days.
And here is the Eye in the Sky, brought to you by.
I guess they're also reviewing because NRG might have to start down players, right? Because if the last guy got shot, got the penalty, and there wasn't anybody to pull, but of course he didn't shoot anybody either. So I don't know. I'm glad Jason's doing that, not us. We're just up here stealing our friend's whiskey. Yeah, Chris Jensen's still down here waiting for the word from NRG. Like I said, if it's taking this long, it must be pretty dicey. So dicey is what I'm hearing from the booth. So dicey. Should be an interesting call. Don't know that it'll make that much of a difference in this match. Not a lot of time left. NRG, a pretty good team, but staying alive, not making big mistakes.
Yeah. And to make this bracket interesting, if NRG Elite can't pull off the win,
because they'll be 1 and 3. Here comes Jason.
2. Well, Jason has. Looks like Lauren might have an update for us. Lauren, what's up?
Yeah, so they were reviewing that penalty and trying to assess if it needed to be overturned because they couldn't tell if it was rubbed from a bunker or an actual shot, but there's no way for them to confirm, so the call on the field stands. So it seems like NRG Elite will be starting with 3.
Oof. There's a chance for Lucky.
Well, that's definitely going to make this
Flying
18
V.
seconds a little bit more interesting here, because it is way easier to go into 3 guns than it is to 5.
We'll see if Lucky's as good at running a gun as you say they are. Man, starting with 3, that's tough for NRG. And that's, you know, whether the penalty, obviously the guy didn't intentionally draw the penalty, but if you get in a penalty in a situation like that, you've got to really look at your decision making, right? Because all you can do at that point is you're not going to pull off that win. And if they win more and more points, it's no big deal because you still have another point. So just walk off if you think you get hit, or at least stop shooting your gun and get a ref to check you.
Yeah, absolutely. So
it's bad decision making.
This is a big moment right now for both these squads. You can't overstate this, because for the Lucky 15s to make Sunday their first appearance would be a big statement to everyone, to themselves, that they're ready for this moment and good enough to be getting in with some of the best players in the world. And like, sometimes it just comes down to a couple moments. This is one of them. And it just, NRG Elite, also same thing.
Oh, look,
bad start. Oh, that's a bummer for them, but here we go. They're gonna just cannonball up the field right now. Have to shoot 3 bodies. They got 10 more seconds to do it. They stopped at the 50. Why? And now they're pausing for too long. No one on the Lucky 15 should be alive when if this time expires. So now they're gonna send it, but they send it too late. They paused way too long at that 50. Why did they do that?
I like that the Lucky 15 went and bunkered him like 5 seconds after the game. That was amazing.
Well,
pod runners are on the field. He's over there just ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Oh, that was good. Thank you. Thank you. I needed that. A little cheer in my heart this
NRG
morning.
Elite looked like they're going to save it.
They got lucky.
But they did get a little lucky.
They could have won that. Lucky 15 could have won that. They could have gone through easily.
So Lucky 15s get a bad jump, and then they run 2 bodies to the center like they have 37 seconds to work with instead of 18 seconds to work with. And then they wait there for burn 5 seconds, and then their excuse would probably be like, well, I was getting shot at. So run through there, get obliterated, and let your guy trail behind you, using you as a bunker
so the bad guys
to get out wide or
quit?
to get up the field. Anyway, it's just that you have to run those drills in practice.
Yeah.
Why did they stop at that 50? I have no idea. They did get a bad start, and yeah, so it's a good
to work on when they get home.
Yeah, exactly. They're really close, man. The Lucky 15s are really close.
If you guys want to fly Matt over, he will do the drills with you.
If they can keep that team together, they could be something special.
Both teams losing a player early, Matty. Both teams losing a player up in the wall early, Matty.
Yeah, we keep seeing this battle, and here comes, the Legion needing 2, right? 2:28 still on this clock, and Krill Prinny over the years so good at this center attack, and he's up there untouched. He's going to cut through, stays low. Still no one's picked him up. Oh, he's going to get 1. He's going to get 2. No flags. Wait, did he get? I think he just got 1.
Yep. So it's back center and the Drita corner now for Revo.
But off of that, they move up on the D side, able to get all the way here, and they're going to take out this last player, so Legion is going to do it.
Point there for Legion. 2 minutes left. Plenty of time for Legion to score 1 more point, tie this up. Conceivably enough time to score 2 and win it. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, absolutely. Legion, I mean, this is definitely, this game's not in the bag for Revo. Revo, they need to buckle in right now. They need to be focused. They need to remember the type of paintball that they've been playing, because
remember who
Legion's
they are.
going to be bringing it.
Yes.
Yeah, they just let Kirill run up the center, and then let's just listen to him real quick.
Okay, on the break though, just immediately do that. Okay.
When they're low, it's no good rodeo. If they're on their face.
Hey, let's do that last play. I'm going.
I like that little conversation there between Velez and Benny, working out exactly where their shots are and where they're not. He's like, I need you to do this. Can't do that. All right, we'll move on.
We'll do that play we did on the last side.
You're Tokyo shooting snake side.
Back center again.
Minute 10, guys. Minute 10.
No.
Benny, we're bitching up. No Dallas.
Okay, then give me another pod. I need a pod.
I need a topper, loader topper.
Hey, need loader paint. You get me? No, we got it.
55, guys. 55.
I got it.
Ready to go? Come on, Rob. Your same spot back. Hey, doing that same job.
Do I have help?
45.
Tom Ford. It's funny to hear Tom Ford's voice after like 10 years. Like, wait a minute, I know that guy's voice. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right.
Seconds.
Yeah, so,
30 seconds.
man, been blessed with nothing but close matches here so far this morning. And we got another one here, and Legion has to win this
very
point
tense.
and win
Very
this game
tense.
to move on. They
feel a lot of tension in the air.
Yeah, so, and Baltimore Revo trying to punch their ticket here, go undefeated in the prelims, and look
gonna
good.
get out to the corner, Matt. There he goes again. They let him get out there again.
Oh, Benny might have caught one. Might have bounced though. Looks like he's good.
Man,
so
that's
Benny,
big.
That's a bit. It's a risk, but Benny made it out wide. Legion does the same thing. They have 2 bodies actually going here towards this snake side. And also, Revo gets the body up in the center to deal with this. And it's O'Mara, man. This is important right here. This battle going down here on your screen.
Yeah, they can't afford to have him die early in this game.
And they can't let O'Mara get diced up without killing this body. See, you got to protect this guy. We keep seeing this happen.
Yep. 130 left, Matty.
That's a mistake for Revo. They let this just happened in the last point. It's the same lane that he's running through. And a penalty, though, assessed on Legion, so this is going to help out Revo, as now the hammer's going to get dropped. Begging for a penalty as Henry Sense comes up. He's not going to get it. Oh, he is going to get it. It worked out. Oh, major on Legion. Are there enough bodies to pull? It looks like there are, so Henry Sense wins his argument. But the eye in the sky ref.
Yeah, I was just going to say that came from the tower. Yeah.
Yeah, the referee that's up in the camera tower, he's got the best look of the. He has a.
He's got our view, basically.
He has a way better look. Yeah. There's nothing in his way. No. There's a billion things in our way.
Yeah, why can't we sit there? Jesus.
Man, I'm just trying to get a shot on that tower.
I'm not trying to wear goggles all day. Come on, man.
But, yeah, so he had the best view of that, and he was the one that told the referee on the field, hey, you need to throw a red. And so that's when that red was thrown. So Henry winning his argument. And that probably is going to do it, but we have seen stranger things happen. We're back in the pits here with Revo.
We gotta start with 4. We should be starting with 4. Tell the head you didn't know.
That kid spun like a fucking champ.
Steven, when you switched, it was too late to get your protection going. I tried to call it Chris to get the protection. Good. Hey, top of paint. Top of paint.
Hey, this is a huge point. We send them home if we take 2 in by 3. Heard that? Sure.
Greg's right. This is a huge point. They send him home, and they go undefeated. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can take one of the top teams, like especially the Russians, out of the finals, going forward Sunday, that's amazing.
Well, Revo went, their bracket was Revo, Legion, NRG, and Lucky 15s. They go undefeated yesterday, but knowing their last game that's the toughest team in that bracket. So, yeah, they can beat them, and in a war too. These are the games that try your soul to get you ready to win a tournament. There's Tom 4. Yep. Good to see Tom back. Yeah, he's one of the new owners here of Revo. And so look for them to be going.
About time, Tom.
Hey, they're going to go hard in the offseason, man. They are definitely going for some players. So
Good.
We will see how that all shakes out.
Giddy up.
Because Tom 4 doesn't mess around. He wants to have a winning team.
That'll be exciting.
And he always wanted to throw some money at it. So. And big shout out to all the paintball patrons out there. If you if you are a person of means and you're tired of your yacht or your race car and you want to own a pro paintball team or start one,
you want to sponsor a bunch of little
hit
assassins?
Hit us up. We'll get you dialed. Yeah. So we really also big shout out to McKinley Mosley and Associates. Talk about supporters of paintball patrons putting up some cash, $500 for move of the prelims and $1,000 for move of Sunday here. And there's your contact, 844-662-7552, and they specialize in representing people and businesses and property claims against insurance companies. And with all these natural disasters hitting all over, you could use their help. If that's you, those are your people. All right, so here we go. And as it stands right now, I think McGowan's probably got the $500 so
yesterday?
far. Yeah, from that move that he had.
Couple moves, right? He had a couple good moves.
Yeah, the other one I would say would be Weaver in that, because that kind of was the coffin nail for that game. Yeah. But I don't think that was a better move than McGowan's.
Legion, 5 alive.
Legion has a minute.
Oh, loses first. Legion in the snake. I don't know if they didn't know he's there or not, Matty.
Legion also at the 50-yard line on the D side. Yeah, they don't know he's here.
Get out!
It's probably going to do. Oh, he's having problems with this loader. Oh, Diego he could have done it.
Come on, Diego.
If Diego's loader was working or is going, oh my God, this is the worst case scenario for poor Diego. He had everyone. He could have shot at least 3.
At least 3.
And just gun wasn't working. Worst case
scenario. They got all but 2, Matt.
Oh, he comes through, stitches up 1, stitches up 2, 2-pack to close here, and then he's going to have to get checked. He looks like he might be clean, squandering a couple seconds, though, to hit that buzzer. Oh, they're chirping at each other. That's interesting because there's only 10 seconds left, and Revo's still going to have a 2-point lead. Was it a
that's
thumbs
what Revo's
down?
saying.
Was it a thumbs down or thumbs up? Oh, yeah, and they're it's getting a bit chirpy out here. Oh, you
That's
gotta love it.
Andreas.
Oh, hey. Gives them the
You're
good old, you're number one.
You're number one. You're number one. Just a lot of good sportsmanship out here. Really, you can feel the vibe.
Yeah, we're back in the pits here with Baltimore Revo, who's about to take this win. There's only 10 seconds. They're going to play it.
Hey, 10 seconds, we gotta play.
That looks good.
10 seconds.
It's been 10 years. Not bad, huh?
I couldn't live in the back. Oh, let's go. Let's fucking punch.
Man, that's a lot of talking.
Oh, they're going to run down the field.
I like it.
Because they have it's a three.
Yeah, they've already won the match. Might as well go have some fun.
This could get nasty. Don't go anywhere.
Somebody fucks our guy up like that. We end this and send them home.
Ooh. Henry Sims.
Don't mess with Henry
fired
Sims,
up.
people.
There's no overshooting points, boys. Let's go. What's the shot?
This was going to get crazy.
What I really like about this point is there's a lot of people that are going to get shot a lot, and it's not going to be you or me.
I'll tell you what, like, I'm getting that little spidey, that tingle, you know, because we've been in these
I was
before.
just like, I wish I
and
had
I'm
some
like,
sunglasses I could put on right now.
there's a lot of welts that are about to be dished out in the next minute.
Yeah, someone's head's about to be ringing, their ears are about to be ringing, they're going to get that coppery taste in their mouth.
Yeah, this is going to be the one where you get in the shower later on. You're like, whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jesus, wow, that was why did we do that?
Why do they hate me so much?
Yeah, and who was that Gallego? The other Gallego?
Yeah, I think it was Andreas.
Okay, so Andreas is the one that's going to get it. And I'm wondering if they're going to send him back out there. Oh, look. Revo decided to play this.
Yeah.
Red Legion, because both teams have to agree not to play. If one team wants to play and the other team doesn't, you have to play the points. Now, you know who loves moments like this? Sergey.
Yeah, Sergey's not sweating it. Yeah, Revo better be careful which bear they're poking out there.
Yeah. I wonder in a team fight who would have to take on, who's the toughest dude on Revo? Because that's the guy that has to go to
I think it's Omara. Omara and Sergey.
Yeah, there's a giant size difference there.
Yeah, I think Omara's okay. He's scrappy. He'll be fine.
Who's the biggest person on Revo?
Probably
Henry.
Yeah. Or Greg. Greg's pretty tall and wiry, but thin.
Yeah. He's definitely, but wiry though.
But I really would like to see Omara fight Sergey. That would be super entertaining for me.
I thought you and Omar were boys. Why would you want him to fight the?
Oh,
giant?
I just know how much of a badass he is, and I'd like to see the challenge for him. Usually fighting 2 or 3 guys at a time, so just one guy would just be amazing watching him fight one guy.
Well, and it looks like
Are they playing with 3?
Yeah, it looks like Legion has 3.
Oh, that's horrible.
Well, the thing is Malloy and Sergey and none of these guys had anything to do with that, so they're gonna collide and catch actually, Sergey didn't catch. It
was
like
Omara
Malloy.
shot him right in the neck. Rambo shot him in the neck.
Major penalty going to be assessed on Revo, but it's not going to matter. Yeah, and I hope that
Classy Omara shooting Sergey in the neck.
I just hope they don't do anything silly, like suspend anyone for the next match, and just don't do that. Because
No, I think Sergey and Omara should just handle it out in the parking lot like men.
what I feel bad is that Malloy's not the guy that should barrel those. Malloy's a legend. We don't want to overshoot Malloy.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, it sucks that he's going to get punished at this point.
Yeah. Now, if I was Malloy and Henry's like, look, your dude put my guy, punished my guy. Someone is going to catch it, and it happened to be you. So I apologize, but this is just kind of how it goes.
That's the game.
And then if I'm Malloy, I'd say, okay, well, I'm gonna remember that next time because you're gonna catch some.
Yeah, I'm putting your name on my hopper.
Okay, there we go. A little handshake. Yeah, and it's some frustration from Malloy. I mean, he's one of the greatest players ever. He's won an overall MVP for the year before. He's won at all the tournaments you can win, and he's a first-round Hall of Famer when he retires. But the team probably going home. So very, very frustrating situation here for Legion.
For sure.
So that adds a little
after
injury
a rough
to insult.
season with not being able to get guys over here with visa issues, all the challenges they've had. They wanted nothing more than to come into World Cup and be happy.
Yeah, so stick with us. Next set coming up, it's going to be Level, ML Kings, Uprising, and Saints. We'll be back here at the 2022 NXL World Cup, brought to you by Bunker Kings.